heard your name this afternoon. Someone said you're doing fine. They showed a picture of your smile, the one that used to answer mine. She's standing where I used to stand, holding the hand I couldn't keep. You look so happy in that light, while I'm still losing sleep. I never thought I'd see the day your forever wasn't me. Now I'm just another chapter you no longer need to read. Your new love, where's the dreams you once painted in my sky? She gets the heart I waited for, while I learned how to say goodbye. Does she know the way you laugh when the whole world fades away? Or the promises you whispered that couldn't find a way to stay? I hope she never feels the silence that still tears my world in two. I'm learning how to live with your new love. The cafe where we used to meet still leaves 2 cups upon the shelf. I almost walked inside today, then remembered I came by myself. The songs we made our own together now sound like someone else's life. Funny how one goodbye can turn forever into once upon a time. I wonder if you speak my name when no one's listening around, or if I've disappeared completely without making a sound. Your new love holds a future while I cradle yesterday. She's dancing in the sunrise, I'm watching colors fade away. She'll hear the dreams you never told me, see the smile I used to know, and I'll keep collecting pieces of the heart you let go. I hope she never cries the way I had to before you. Maybe she deserves your kindness, maybe you'll become someone new. Maybe losing me became the lesson that finally changed you. If that's true, I won't resent her. She never stole what wasn't hers. The only thing that broke me was loving someone who couldn't love me first. Your new love can have tomorrow. I'll no longer chase the past. The tears I've carried every night won't define me at last. You'll always be a memory, a page I cannot erase. But I won't spend forever searching for your face. If she's the home you've chosen, then I'll stop knocking at that door, because the heart that loved you endlessly deserves to hurt no more. When I hear your name again, it may still ache for a little while, but one day the pain will fade, leaving only quiet miles. You'll be someone I once loved, not someone I'm still waiting for. And somewhere beyond this goodbye, my heart will find a love that chooses me. The morning came without your voice, The sun still found my window pane. The world kept turning like before, but nothing inside felt the same. Your picture smiles from yesterday, while silence fills the room instead. I'm walking through another day, with dreams that disappeared unsaid. They tell me healing takes its time, that every storm will learn to fade. But every heartbeat feels so empty since the promises you made. I'm dying while still breathing, living with the heart you broke, smiling through the crowded rooms, choking on the words unspoken. Every step keeps moving forward, but my soul stays where you've been. I'm alive enough to miss you, not enough to feel whole again. I'm dying while still breathing, since the day your love grew cold. I folded every letter close, but I can't fold away the pain. Your memory slips through every crack like quiet whispers in the rain. The nights grow longer than before, the stars refuse to ease my mind. I search the sky for answers now, but all I ever find is time. Maybe love doesn't disappear, maybe it simply changes shape. It becomes a silent echo that no distance can erase. I'm dying while still breathing, holding on to yesterday, trying to teach this lonely heart that forever slipped away. You found another sunrise, another hand to hold. I'm left with fading photographs and stories never told. I'm dying while still breathing, learning how to let you go. I know the sky will brighten someday, even after endless rain, and these trembling hands will finally stop reaching for your name. I'll carry what was beautiful, leave behind what caused the ache, because love should never ask us to lose ourselves for someone else's sake. I was dying while still breathing, but I'm stronger than my scars. Every tear became a lesson, every night revealed new stars. You'll always be a memory, not the ending of my song. The heart you left in pieces is slowly learning to be strong. I'm still breathing, and little by little that's enough. Tomorrow may not erase the pain, but it can teach my soul to trust. One day I'll hear my own heartbeat, louder than your goodbye. And when that morning finally comes, I'll lift my face toward the light, because even after love is lost, hope quietly remains. I stopped dying in your shadow the moment I chose to live again. You held my hand like it meant forever, while your heart was somewhere else. loved you with my whole existence. You never loved me like I did. I kept believing love was patient, that someday you'd finally see. But every promise I was chasing was only living inside me. Loving someone who never loved me was dancing alone to our favorite song. I kept waiting for your heartbeat while yours had already moved on. I gave you every broken sunrise, every prayer beneath the stars. You walked away without a goodbye, leaving silence in my arms. Now every what if haunts my midnight. Every memory pulls me through. The hardest part wasn't losing you, it was loving someone who never loved me too. I still remember rainy evenings when hope kept knocking at my door. I thought tomorrow might be different, but tomorrow looked like before. Your photographs still fill my bedroom, though I know they shouldn't stay. Some hearts keep holding empty places long after love has walked away. Everyone says I'll find another, someone worthy of my soul. But healing isn't just forgetting, it's learning to become whole. Loving someone who never loved me felt like reaching for the tide. The closer that I thought I was, the farther you would hide. You were the moon above my darkness, I was only passing light. You never knew how much I shattered every single lonely night. Now I'm left with all the echoes of a dream that wasn't true. I was giving you forever, you were only passing through. If love could speak, it would have begged me to let go. Not because my heart was weak, but because it deserved a love that chose it. So I can't rewrite the story, I can't erase your name, but I can stop blaming myself for someone else's leaving. Loving someone who never loved me nearly stole the best of me. But every tear became a river, flowing toward who I'm meant to be. One day I'll hear your name without my heart falling apart. One day these shattered pieces will become a work of art. You'll become a distant memory, like winter fading into spring. And I'll finally understand, real love doesn't leave you wondering. Tonight I'll close the door behind your ghost and let the silence softly fall, because the saddest love I ever carried was never really ours at all. I was loving someone who never loved me. Now it's finally time to love myself enough to let you go. You closed the door without a word, but silence screamed across the room. The air still carried traces of us, like flowers left without their bloom. Your coffee cup is where you left it. Dust has settled on its rim. Funny how the smallest memories can make the brightest daylight dim. Everyone keeps asking me why I never say your name, 'cause every single syllable still burns like falling rain. This is the sound of a broken heart, not loud enough for the world to hear. It's the quiet crack behind a smile, the weight of another lonely year. It's every midnight waking up, reaching for someone who's gone. It's learning how to breathe again when every dream feels wrong. If silence had a melody, it would fall apart like this. This is the sound of a broken heart. I pass the places we once loved, they haven't changed, but I have. The streets still shine after the rain, while I'm collecting pieces of the past. Your favorite song played yesterday, I couldn't make it to the end. Some memories don't simply fade, they echo over and over again. I thought forever had your voice, I thought forever wore your eyes. Now forever is just another word for all the tears I hide. This is the sound of a broken heart, a whisper no one understands. It's every promise left unfinished, slipping slowly through my hands. It's watching every sunrise without your shadow by my side. It's saying that I'm doing fine while every part of me has cried. If loneliness could learn to sing, it would sound exactly like this. This is the sound of a broken heart. Maybe love was never meant to stay inside closed hands. Maybe every shattered dream still becomes part of who I am. I'll never hate the way I loved, even though it left these scars. I'd rather have a heart that truly felt than one untouched behind locked bars. This is the sound of a healing heart, still trembling from yesterday. Every tear becomes a river that slowly carries pain away. You'll always live inside a memory, but not inside my tomorrow. The night may know my sadness now, but dawn will borrow all my sorrow. The silence isn't empty anymore, it's teaching me to start. The end of us became the first beat of a stronger heart. So if you ever hear the wind calling softly through the dark, it isn't my voice reaching for you. It's only the echo of the sound of a broken heart. I know noticed it before you said a word. The distance growing in your eyes. You smiled, but it belonged to someone else, not to the love we used to recognize. I kept trying to be enough, changing pieces of who I was. But no matter how hard I reached for you, I could never outrun us. Your heart was already somewhere I could never follow. I was holding on to yesterday while you were choosing tomorrow. I could never replace them, no matter how hard I tried. I gave you every piece of me, still they were on your mind. I was standing in your arms, but never in your soul. Loving someone who's looking elsewhere leaves a heart with empty hands to hold. I kept fighting for forever, but I could never replace them. I memorized your favorite seasons, learned the songs that made you smile. I thought if I loved you louder, you might stay a little while. But love isn't won by trying harder or by sacrificing every dream. Sometimes the one who's given everything is invisible to the one they need. I blame the mirror every morning, searching for what I lacked, until I realized your heart had left long before you packed. I could never replace them, even when you reached for my hand. Part of you was still with someone I could never understand. Every kiss became a question, every promise lost its flame. I was loving you completely while you were whispering another name. I kept begging fate to change it, but I could never replace them. Now I know it wasn't my reflection or the way I chose to love. Some hearts remain in yesterday, no matter who they're dreaming of. I wasn't meant to compete with the memory that never died. Real love doesn't ask you to erase yourself inside. I can never replace them, and maybe that was never mine to do, because the right heart doesn't compare, it simply chooses you. So I'll gather all the broken pieces you left scattered in the rain. I'll build a life where I'm enough without chasing love again. You'll remember me someday, not as the one who couldn't compare, but as the one who loved completely when your heart was never there. Tonight I'll leave your ghost behind and close the door we couldn't save. The hardest lesson love has taught me is that I should never have to replace anyone to deserve being loved. Because one day someone will look at me as if there has never been anyone else. You packed your dreams into the daylight, left your key beside the door. I stood there with 1,000 questions while you were already wanting more. The room still wears your favorite colors, but every wall feels cold tonight. It's strange how one goodbye can steal the warmth from every light. I keep replaying every moment, searching for where we disappeared. Maybe love doesn't end in one goodbye. Maybe it fades through unnoticed years. I'm the one left behind, watching your shadow fade away, holding on to forever while you were letting go each day. You found another horizon, I was still calling you home. Now every crowded street reminds me how lonely love can become. I'm the one left behind, learning how to breathe alone. Your sweater still hangs in the hallway, a quiet ghost of yesterday. I almost moved it from its place, but my heart begged it to stay. The coffee shop where we once laughed still saves a corner by the glass. I sit there sometimes without you, listening to memories pass. Everyone says time is gentle, that broken hearts will learn to heal, but no one tells you how forever can disappear and still feel real. I'm the one left behind, keeping promises you forgot, building conversations with the silence that you left. You carried all our tomorrows into someone else's sky. I'm left collecting pieces of the dreams that had to die. I'm the one left behind, still whispering your name at night. One day the rain will stop reminding me of every tear I couldn't hide. One day I'll hear your name without breaking deep inside, because loving you was never weakness, it was the bravest thing I've done. The fault was never loving deeply, it was loving only one. I was the one left behind, but I won't stay here forever. Every scar is teaching me that hearts can heal together. You'll always be a chapter, not the ending of my life. The tears may stain these pages, but they won't erase the light. I'm no longer waiting for footsteps at my door. The girl you left in silence has found her voice once more. If our memories return with the midnight wind, I'll greet them with a quiet smile. Not because I'm still waiting, but because they helped me find the strength I thought I'd lost. I was the one left behind, but I won't be the one who stays there forever. The sun surrenders to the skyline, and shadows gather in my room. Every evening feels feels familiar. Every silence speaks of you. Your sweater still hangs by the doorway. Your favorite record never plays. The house remembers every heartbeat from our long forgotten days. When the city falls asleep, the truth becomes so clear. Daylight helps me hide the pain. Night brings you back here. These are nights without you, where the stars don't shine the same. The moon keeps calling softly, but it never says your name. Every pillow holds a memory. Every dream slips through my hands. I'm learning how to face the dark without the life we'd planned. These are nights without you, longer than they used to be. The clock keeps whispering midnight. Each second echoes through the air. I catch myself still reaching over to find that no one's there. I open windows to the summer, hoping the breeze might ease my mind. Instead it carries fading laughter, leaving yesterday behind. People say that time moves on, that every wound will slowly close, but some hearts keep counting moments only lonely people know. These are nights without you, where every silence has a face. I still hear your voice in echoes that no distance can replace. You found another tomorrow, another place to call your own. I'm still collecting pieces of a love I've outgrown. These are nights without you, but somehow I survive. Maybe healing isn't forgetting. Maybe it's learning not to chase, to let the memories be gentle instead of living in their place. I loved you with an open heart, with everything I had to give. Now I'm learning that love can end, and I can still choose to live. These are nights without you, but dawn is waiting somewhere near. The stars still shine above me, even through my quiet tears. I'll always keep the beautiful moments, not the promises that broke. I'll carry love with softer hands, no longer tied to hope. These are nights without you, yet morning still arrives, and little by little the light returns to this once broken life. If your name drifts through the midnight wind, I'll let it fade into the sky. Some loves become forever memories, not forever goodbyes. Tonight I'll close my weary eyes, not waiting for you anymore, because even the longest nights eventually surrender to the dawn. You left your name inside my silence, like rain that never found the sea. Every corner of this lonely house still quietly remembers you and me. at all the notes you wrote me, but I couldn't fold away the pain. Some memories become the weather, returning with every drop of rain. I try to paint tomorrow brighter, but yesterday kept bleeding through. No matter where this road would take me, it always circled back to you. These scars on my heart tell the story you never knew. Every crack was carved by promises that never made it through. I smile so no one notices the battles I still fight, because some wounds stay hidden beneath the morning light. These scars on my heart still whisper your name, even when my lips don't. The mirror shows a stronger woman, but strength was never born from ease. It grew between the sleepless nights and all the silent pleas. I kept the ring of your laughter locked somewhere inside my mind. Funny how love can disappear, yet leave itself behind. Everyone says the pain gets smaller, that time can soften every fall. Maybe that's true for broken windows, not for memories at all. These scars on my heart aren't signs that love was wrong. The proof I gave my soul away and somehow carried on. You walked into another future, leaving mine in shades of gray. Still I found the strength to breathe one more tomorrow every day. These scars on my heart are the map that led me home. One day someone will touch these scars without asking me to hide them. They'll understand that healing doesn't mean forgetting. And maybe I'll finally believe that love can stay this time, not because the past disappeared, but because I've survived it. These scars on my heart no longer hold me in the dark. They've become quiet reminders of how fiercely I can love. You'll always be a chapter, but never my last page. The tears have turned to wisdom, the sorrow into grace. These scars on my heart will never fade completely, but neither will my hope. If I ever hear your name again, I'll smile with gentle eyes, not because I still belong to you, but because I finally belong to myself. These scars on my heart didn't end my story, they became the reason I learned how to heal. Don't ask me how I'm doing, you already know the truth. The smile I wear is borrowed, it doesn't belong to me anymore. Every room still keeps your shadow, every window frames the rain. I keep pretending I've grown stronger while I'm falling apart again. You don't have to fix the silence or tell me I'll be fine. Some wounds don't need an answer, they only need their time. Leave me to cry alone when no one hears my breaking. Let these tears fall like rivers for the promises you're taking. Don't tell me to be stronger, don't tell me love will heal. Tonight my shattered heartbeat is the only thing that's real. Leave me to cry alone until your memory lets me go. The moonlight spills across the floor like the nights we used to share. I still reach across the pillow only to find empty air. Your name still lives inside my chest like a song that won't grow old. Every note reminds me gently how quickly warm hands become cold. I don't need another reason why forever disappeared. The silence said enough the moment you weren't here. Leave me to cry alone, don't wipe away these tears. They're the only proof I have that love once lived here. Let the midnight keep my secrets, let the darkness know my pain. I don't need another sunrise until my heart can beat again. Leave me to cry alone. Tonight belongs to goodbye. One day these tears will stop falling, not because I loved you less, but because I'll finally believe I deserve more than loneliness. I'll stop searching for your footsteps, stop listening for your voice. Healing won't erase the memories, it will simply become my choice. Leave me to cry alone just for one more fragile night. Tomorrow I may find the courage to walk toward the light. I'll carry all the beautiful moments and lay the broken ones to rest. You may have left my life behind, but you won't steal what's left. Leave me to cry alone until the storm inside me clears, because every falling tear is washing away the fear. When the morning finds my window, I'll open it to the sky. Not because I've stopped loving you, but because I've learned that even the deepest heartbreak cannot last forever. So tonight, let the silence hold me. Leave me to cry alone. The last light faded through the curtains just as softly as your goodbye. No shattered glass, no angry voices, only tears we couldn't hide. Your suitcase waited by the doorway, was filled with memories. You walked toward another future. I stayed with what we used to be. Sometimes forever doesn't end with a storm across the sky. Sometimes it disappears so quietly, you don't even know why. This is the end of our love, the closing page we couldn't change. Two hearts that once beat side by side, now strangers in the rain. Every promise found the silence, every dream slipped through our hands. I never thought forever could end where we now stand. This is the end of our love and the beginning of letting go. The photographs still in the hallway, smiling from another year. They don't know the story changed or why you're no longer here. Your favorite song played on the radio. I couldn't sing a single word. Some melodies become too heavy when they're all that's left to hold. I searched for one last reason to believe we'd find our way, but love can't bloom forever when only one heart stays. This is the end of our love, the quiet after every storm, the place where all our tomorrows lost the chance to be born. You found another sunrise, another road to chase. I found 1,000 questions written on my face. This is the end of our love, but not the end of me. If I could hold one final moment, I'd choose the first time that we met. Before goodbye became our language, before love became regret. I won't erase the beautiful days or pretend they weren't real. Even broken stories teach us how deeply hearts can feel. This was the end of our love, but not the end of my heart. Every shattered piece is slowly learning how to make a new start. I carry every gentle memory, leave the sorrow with the night. One day someone will hold my hand without letting go too soon. And when that day finally finds me, I'll smile instead of cry, because love may leave in silence, but hope never truly says goodbye. So I'll close the door behind us and let the echoes softly fade. The story that we couldn't finish will always have its place. You were once my everything, my favorite dream, my safest place. Now you're simply a beautiful memory that time can never erase.